Tuesday night KMAC action coming to you from Howard, Ohio in the Dog Pound as the East Knox Bulldogs look to remain unbeaten on the season as they take on a Fredericktown Freddy squad trying to get back to 500. It's live and free coming to you on your smart devices, smartphone, tablet, laptop, PC, TV, all of those things, and it's coming your way next.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
Lender, craftsman, dog dad. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
You want top joint replacement surgery. Knox Community Hospital delivers with 3 fellowship-trained surgeons, joint classes to fully prepare you for surgery, clinical advancements like robot-assisted knee replacement, pain protocols that have most patients home the next day, and coveted national rankings for 4 years running, all to help you beat the pain and heal faster. At Knox Community Hospital, we're elevating care.
And where? What do you say? The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
We welcome you inside the Dog Pound on the campus of East Knox High School in Howard, Ohio for tonight's KMAC action between 3-0 East Knox and 2-3 Fredericktown. Hello everybody, my name is Travis Berardi alongside, as Storm Blunchy would say, the illustrious Garrett Parlett. And I believe, Garrett, this is our first time working together on a basketball game. I'm excited for this.
First time calling a game, Travis. It's going to be fun. Excited to have a new partner in crime up here in the booth, ready to get this one going.
This is a matchup of 2 KMAC squads going in kind of different directions here early on as we take a look at our matchup spotlight here in the Knox Community Hospital pregame. Freddy's last year, they were a state-ranked squad. Didn't have a loss until late in the season when they fell to Centerburg, but the last 2 matchups last year, East Knox kept with them. Freddy's won both, but by a combined 8 points. And then in the last meeting here on January 29th, they held off Fredericktown. They held off East Knox 53-50. They had a really good squad, but they've lost a lot, G-Man.
Both teams have really flipped the script. East Knox now on the up and up, 3-0, and 3-0 in the KMAC 2, getting it done and Fredericktown 2-3, looking to get back to 500. But as you mentioned, Travis, Fredericktown lost a boatload of guys last year from that state-ranked team. They're going to need to rebuild here tonight if they want to pick up a big win on the road.
Yep, they graduated 4 all-district honorees from last season's squad. They're starting off 2-3, 1-2 in the KMAC, but 2 of those losses by combined 3 points. They lost by 1 to Highland, who is now in the MOAC, and then a buzzer beater that you saw here last week live and free, Grant Bentley and Northmore in the overtime victory knocked them off. But they do have 3 scorers in double figures for the Freddies, so they did lose some of that offense, but guys have filled in for them.
Yeah, the guys that were the bench depth last year now stepping up in the starting roles and getting it done. Cade Carpenter, one of those who averages 18 points a game. Tegan Rule is another one with 12.3. And then, of course, Brady Lester is also at 10.3 points a game. So the triple threat, as I'm going to mention them throughout the entire night, they need to get it done here on the road to pick up a big KMAC win.
And our player spotlight is on Cade Carpenter, the guard. The senior, or the junior actually, second team All-Central District, second team KMAC last year, averaged 11 points per game, 6 rebounds, but he's just stepped this up here in his junior season, G-Man.
He's pretty much a double-double every single night, 18 points a game, almost 10 rebounds, and almost 3 steals. So the guy he's almost impossible to defend to at his height, standing at 6'5". He's going to dominate the low post, and we've seen him, Travis, be able to step out and knock down some three-pointers. So look for Cade Carpenter to be the focal point for the Freddies tonight.
And now moving on over to the home squad, the undefeated East Knox Bulldogs, 3-0, all wins in the KMAC, and defense has been the name of the game for them thus far, allowing only 28.3 points per game.
It's just remarkable how they can stop teams and then get their shots as well. They only score about 45 points a game, but they don't need to score that many points when you're only allowing 28 points a game. They need to lock up the Freddies here tonight, who have 3 guys who score over 10 points a game. That's the majority of what they're giving up, so it's going to be a tough challenge here for East Knox to defend home court.
They have 5 varsity letter winners from last season returning, and they do shoot 43 points as a team, but we will show you in our player spotlight coming up that it mostly comes through Shane Knepp. But before we do, our Hayden Gray had a chance to talk to East Knox head coach Ryan Powell, and this is what he had to say just a little bit ago.
All right, I'm here with East Knox head coach. And, Coach, starting off 3-0 this year, what has that done for your team, even though it's early? What has that done to jumpstart your boys, and how has that helped practice and just preparing for every game?
We're pretty consistent in our approach, so starting 3-0 really hasn't changed our outlook on things. We look to work on the same things pretty much every day in practice just to get better each game and compete. So 3-0 is nice, but we still know there's a lot of work to be done.
Certainly, and someone that's kind of taken over one of those offensive leadership roles this year, Shane Knepp. What does it mean to have a guy like Shane out on the floor for your offense and just at practice as well? What's it like to have a hard worker like Shane around, and how does that help the other guys?
You can't put words to how much that helps and how much easier he makes my job. He's a 4-year player now. He's the point guard. He's the leader on the court. He has taken the next step to where he's that leader in practice every day, to where a lot of times he addresses situations before I even have to get there. So the fact that he is a great player, which he is, the leadership probably is even better than his play on the floor.
Yeah, and it's always great to have one of those leaders. And finally, Coach, Fredericktown tonight, they're a team that 2 of their 3 losses have been by a combined 3 points, 1 to Northmore. What do you need to do to slow them down tonight? They also have 3 scorers that average over 10 points. What are some keys tonight for you defensively, offensively, to make sure that they're not in that situation where it's a close game at the end? What do you need to do to get the job done this evening?
We definitely need to focus on our transition defense to stop their easy baskets, get the ball stopped early, things that we work on with every team, but they definitely pose some challenges. They play at a little faster pace than we consistently like to. So it's just going to be kind of a battle of 2 different styles, I would say. We're trying to slow things down a little bit. They want to speed things up. So defensively, we just got to make sure that we make them work for their shots.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you so much for taking a second to sit with us. And now back to you, Travis and Garrett.
Thank you very much, Hayden Gray. Pulling double duty tonight, G. Cameraman and sideline reporter. So you'll see more from him in our MVP segment. But there he is, Shane Knepp, our player spotlight on him as well. He scored a game-high 24 points against the Golden Knights to pull away with the victory, and he's pretty much done it all for them.
As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, East Knox only averaged about 45 points a game, and he's scoring almost half of those a night. I mean, the guy's just getting it done, and as Coach Powell mentioned, it's nice to have a leader on the floor, too, that can assert the offense and the defense. When something's going wrong, he can slow things down and get it to his guys and not have to, lean on Coach so much. To have that kind of leadership out there on the floor is big time, and Shane Knepp is that dude.
He is the lone scorer in double figures, but 21.7 points per game, you're able to do that most nights, especially with the defense that you have. Him alongside Peyton Lester, 7.7, and they hooked up on the football field quite a few times as well, so they know what they need to do. He's shooting 63% from the floor, which is phenomenal, and 84% from the free throw line. So yeah, he's the guy that you want to have on a squad, especially a kind of offensive struggling squad. As we are just about ready for the national anthem here. Let's take it down to the floor for the anthem.
Fredericktown High School and East Knox High School. To honor America, please stand, remove your hats, face our flag, and join in the playing of our national anthem.
We didn't hear any of that. So now that we've honored America, let's get ready to go here. And now time for our keys to the game here in the Knox Community Hospital pregame. First for the Freddies, my key, limit Knepp. He's the one that the offense goes through. If you can limit him, you're going to have a good chance of winning. And your key, got to play through the big three of the Freddies. Yeah, the Freddies got three guys who can get it done offensively. Cade Carpenter, as we mentioned, 18 points per game, almost 10 rebounds. Tegan Rule gets it done too with 12.3. And then lastly, Brady Lester, 10.3 points a game. So these guys can put up points in bunches. They're going to need to here on the road. Their key players, Cade Carpenter, 18 points per game, 9.5 rebounds. He's almost averaging a double-double already this season. And Tegan Rule, 12.3 points per game, 45% free field goal percentage. And just like the Bulldogs, two football players that did a lot for their team this year, doing the same on the hardwood. And now we take a look at the East Knox Bulldogs. Keys to the game brought to you by Knox Community Hospital. Mine, pack the paint. Fredericktown, other than Carpenter, not the outside shooting squad. Beyond the arc, not a lot going there. Carpenter shooting 31%, but then you have 23% and then in the teens. So pack the paint, make them shoot those outside shots. It'll help you out. And then for you, share the scoring tonight. Yeah, East Knox has got to be able to find a second option. Shane Knepp, 22 points a game, then Peyton Lester at 7.7. They got to find that second or third guy that's going to step up. The next highest would be Sam Whitney with 4 points. He does have 5 rebounds, but they got to find a third guy here, especially in a rivalry game with a place packed like this. Yeah, and this down the line, it would help if you can get 1 or 2 more scores. If you can maybe get Peyton Lester into double figures and then have somebody else get that 6-7 points, because once you get the tournament time, they're going to key on Knepp, and you're going to need a couple other scores if you want to continue to advance. As you take a look at the student section from Fredericktown. Both sides, I love this, both student sections out here in full force. This is a rivalry game. It's about a 20-minute drive here between the two. But let's take a look at the starting lineup first for the Freddies of Fredericktown. Head coach Derek Dibling, 2-3, 1-2 in conference. Cade Carpenter, like we said, averaging 18 points per game. Tegan Rule, 12.3 points per game. Cody Spearman averaging 2.8. Number 11, Brady Lester averaging 10.3. And then Ben Mast averaging 3 points per game. As they now announce the starters, well, the reserves first from the East Knox Bulldogs. Let's show you the starters tonight.
Number 24,
Sam Whitney averaging 4 points per game. Peyton Lester
number 23,
averaging 7.7. Dylan Moreland averaging 5 points a game, and that average came up. He had some big buckets late against Northmore last week. Then you have Shane Knepp, 21.7 points per game, and then Ethan Ryan, the big guy underneath, averaging 2.7 points per game.
East Knox going to get down low, too, and box out. As you see the starters come out for Fredericktown, I was looking at the size. They have a big-time size advantage here. They got a couple 6'4" and 6'5" guys, so East Knox is going to put bodies on bodies, and Ryan is going to box out down low and really command the paint.
Yeah, so a big, I guess, early season test for Fredericktown. Still trying to get their feet underneath of them. They had 2 tough losses by 1 and 2 points. They want to get back to 500, and this game could help them, get on the right direction. And for East Knox, another KMAC win early in the season just keeps you with that good Centerburg team. A Centerburg team we will see later on this week at Northmore. Myself, Andy Jardy, will be on the call of that one. But this is big for East Knox just to keep going in the right direction and stay atop the KMAC with Centerburg, because those will be 2 big games for those 2 teams coming up here in a little bit. But that has been our Knox Community Hospital pregame show, as we are just about ready to go, G.
Let's get it going, T.
It'll be Ryan and Carpenter to jump it up, and we are underway from the pound. Spearman gets it back over the mast. Working it around the rule inside. That's Spearman. Fakes it, puts it up, short. Rebound, though, will stay with Fredericktown, but he was on the line, out of bounds. East Knox will get possession.
Nice physical play down low from East Knox on the first possession. The Freddies attacked it just as you mentioned, Travis, they were going to. East Knox had the answer.
Full court press for the Freddies, and that's going to be a foul 98 feet away against Mast. That's not what you want to do, especially early on when you have the press.
Freddies coming out here. Now press to start the game immediately, trying to force some turnovers and see if they can get it into somebody else's hands other than Shane Knepp. But they do get it in the net.
Yeah, it's Rule who will be guarding him. Wide receiver versus running back. This is going to be physical. Ball fakes, gets it inside. That's Peyton Lester. Kick over to Moreland. Nice job by Fredericktown. Forces them to reset here. Just over 30 seconds gone by. Opening quarter. Knepp. Hand off to Lester. Now Whitney eyeing it up. Moreland, he's going to try a deep 3 off the back iron. Rebound out to Fredericktown. Carpenter, top of the key. He's guarded by Lester. Gets by him, but Lester strips it away. First turnover of the game, but he'll give it right back. He stepped on the line. Should take a look at the Park National Bank replay, well, at least to the ref pointing that way.
A little bit of a miscue from Lester. Didn't know where he was on the floor. Thought he had the steal as they're going down low. Once again, back out to Carpenter.
He's going to try away for 3, too strong. Long rebound, though. 3 in the air, this time by Lester. Doesn't go. And East Knox will have another possession. Knepp in the corner, he's trapped. Gets it back out to Whitney. They work it around the Moreland. Back up to Whitney. Under 6:30 left here. Scoreless game thus far. Knepp Now the Rhine. And that's a nice job by Carpenter. Reading it like a cornerback. Gets the pick quickly up ahead the other way. Layup shot short. And back we go.
Roll blew a flat tire on the way up. Nice pass from Carpenter down low, but couldn't convert.
Double team. Gets it over. Lester scores. And finally somebody's on the board. Bulldogs up 2-0.
Nice hop step move right there from Lester. Getting by the defender and then finishing him with a pretty left-hand layup.
Spearman now gets it inside to Lester, puts it up. Quick answer, we're tied.
Grown man move right there from Brady Lester, using his strength, his advantage, going into the defender, jumping right over top and getting the floater to go.
Two all here. Coming up on 5:20 left in the opening quarter. A defensive battle thus far, as it's Fredericktown really closing down the paint and forcing East Knox to try and do something. Kick it left side. Lester for three. Too strong. Rebound out to Fredericktown. Back out to Mast. Kicks it right side. Spearman. Fredericktown has done a good job of limiting the looks by Knepp as well.
Yeah, Knepp hasn't really been a factor on offense at all. It's a beautiful take from Rule, but can't finish again. Smoke the bunny as East Knox is going to get another opportunity here on offense. Just the way they thought the game would go, Travis, a little bit of defensive battle for the Bulldogs.
Almost midway through this first quarter, and that's KMAC basketball for you, G. I know you guys up in the Firelands Conference and the OCC and those conference, but we play defense down here in KMAC country. Lester into the lane, forces one up, got it to go.
So Lester now with back-to-back buckets. The only East Knox score on the board so far as they're up 4-2.
Coming up on 4 minutes left here, opening quarter. Lester kicks it right side to Rule. Now to Carpenter. Midway jumper rejected. They get the rebound back though. Three in the air, in and out. Another offensive rebound, but they're going to call a push. So Lester will be called for his first, team second, but welcome to the block party.
Tremendous block right there from Sam Whitney. Went right over the top, palmed the ball, and then spiked it right into the floor as East Knox is settling in here defensively here early.
3:57 left, opening quarter. 4-2, and that knocked out of bounds. A little miscommunication. Whitney went the other way, but Lester knocks it back. Carson Steinmetz now into the game for the Bulldogs. He'll get a lot of playing time here off the bench. He's trapped underneath. Loses it for a second, then throws it away. Fredericktown, another nice trap on the baseline, gets the ball back. Carpenter back out the Rule, fakes the three. They'll reset. So this is more to the pace of Fredericktown, G.
It's tremendous fast break defense right there from East Knox getting back. As Sloan has checked in the game in defense, and nice job. Thought there was going to be a foul call, but Knepp gets the rebound and is going to push the pace on offense.
Yeah, he forced him down far enough on the baseline that he went off the side of the backboard. Knepp couldn't get a good shot there, and back comes Fredericktown, layup shot in. We're tied again.
Freddies want to get in transition, and that they did right there. Tremendous layup. That was Brady Lester.
The two Lesters with all the points here today. It's 4-4. Coming up on 2:45 left, first quarter. Knepp. Rule has done a great job on him thus far here in this first quarter. Get it out to Caden Sloan, who's now into the game. Three from Lester, again, too strong.
Lester struggled all season to shoot that three-point ball, only sitting at an 18-point percentage, but he's going to shoot it, Travis, regardless if he's open or not. He wants to get his confidence back as we're going to get a foul call on the floor. That's going to be on East Knox.
It'll be against Sloan, his first, the team's first. I want to welcome everybody in watching live and free on the OH Report on our Facebook and YouTube pages. Let us know where you're watching from tonight. I know all you Howard, Ohio. East Knox fans are on here watching tonight. We have 50 people. That 3-2 strong rebounded by the Bulldogs. Give us a shout out. Let us know where you're watching from. We'll shout you out when we have a minute. Knepp hands it off to Moreland. He'll go into the lane, kicks it to Steinmetz. Back out to Moreland. Under 2 to play opening quarter, running clock. Peyton Lester looks back at head coach Ryan Powell. They'll switch things up here. Ryan. Now the Knepp goes in. Triple team, put it up. Too strong. Rebound to Tegan Rule. Quickly ahead. Lester into the lane. Tough shot. He'll go to the line.
I think that might have been pretty good defense, Travis. I don't know if I agree with that, but finally getting some free throws here in this game. Who would have thought? 4-4, 131 left.
Defense, the name of the game. Brady Lester's first. It's in. Fredericktown leads. Lester now with all 5 points.
I think you got to be happy, too, if you're Coach Ryan Powell for East Knox. Only down, obviously, the 1 point now, but the defense has been suffocating Fredericktown and limiting those 3 scorers who've been getting it done all season long. Let's see if they can finally pick up the pace on offense and feed it in the net.
Quickly ahead. Moreland's going to draw the foul, but Lester coming into this game only 29% from the free throw line, drains both. That foul is going to be against Brady Lester, so that's his second. He's going to have to take a seat. A big break for East Knox as they couldn't control his drive to the line.
Not only one of the leading scorers tonight, the only scorer, plus he averages 10 a game, as finally Knepp gets on the scoreboard with an easy take to the cup.
That was a great job by Knepp using that screen to his advantage, works around the defender, gets the easy lay-in. 6-all here, coming up on a minute left. And now Tegan Rule will go to the line. So we take a look once again at that screen. Good job by Ethan Ryan to just box out. You're allowed to do that. Not illegal. Let's Knepp get the bucket.
All you got to do is try and make it look like you're not setting a screen. Just act like you're just trying to go in there to get a rebound, and beautiful play and heads-up play from the veteran to let Shane Knepp get inside for 2.
First free throw is good. Rule now on the board. 7-6 Fredericktown. Four for 4 goes Fredericktown so far from the line. They lead 8-6. Knepp now across the timeline. That's Steinmetz now into the corner for Whitney, looking for the screener, didn't get him. Ethan Ryan holds it, gets it back out to Knepp. Knepp will try to drive, but he's cut off. Now he will. Kicks it right side. Moreland now back out front. Steinmetz for 3. He's short. That'll be out of bounds. So it's looking like a lot of help side defense shutting things down, keeping Knepp from getting to the hole.
Yeah, as soon as I switch off, there's someone to step up on the backside guy. It was a nice pass from Knepp over there into the corner, but just tremendous defense from Fredericktown. As they're out here showing, they can play defense too. It's not just East Knox.
Coming up on 15 seconds left, it looks like the Freddies will hold for the final shot. Carpenter gets it inside. That's Rule working back out. Now Mast. Back to Rule, 3 seconds left. Straightaway 3 by Lester off the back iron, and that's the end of the quarter. We've played one here at the Den. 8-6 Fredericktown. We'll take a break. You're watching Boys High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
Knox Community Hospital delivers with 3 fellowship-trained surgeons and coveted national rankings for 4 years running. all to help you beat the pain and heal faster. At Knox Community Hospital, we're elevating care.
Lender, craftsman, dog dead. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
One quarter in the books, and it's the Freddies of Fredericktown with the 8-6 lead. Defensive battle, to say the least. Travis Berardi back here alongside G-Man Garrett Parlett. And Garrett, Fredericktown done a good job of limiting Shane Knapp's looks.
He hasn't got that many looks at the rim. I believe he's only sitting at 2 points to his name, but I think East Knox is happy right now with their performance defensively, not allowing the triple threat for Fredericktown to get anything really to go inside. It's been Brady Lester for Fredericktown getting it done, but East Knox has got to be happy where they're at.
Lester already halfway to his average, but nobody else. Bulldogs with the first possession. Right side, Lester gets it straight ahead. Ethan Ryan, easy shot, nice pass for the finish.
Tremendous pass from Lester, looking like QB1 as he does on the football field. Down low, gets the easy layup to go, and ties things up at 8.
Fredericktown now with its first possession. Rule to Carpenter. Pulls up from the elbow. Off the side iron, but rebounded for the moment. But he stepped out of bounds. Offensive rebound, but a turnover by Dom Thompson.
Defense for East Knox has been really good on Cade Carpenter, the leading scorer for Fredericktown, denying him the ball, and then when he gets it and closing out on him, when he takes those mid-range jumpers, what a crossover right there by Knapp.
Moreland for 3. Short offensive rebound, put back good. Lester with 6 points now. 10-8 Bulldogs. And that was all set up by that crossover. That's going to be an offensive foul. If we take a look at the replay. Good kick. It got everybody out of sorts. It allowed that backside rebound, easily put back.
Tremendous way to run to the hoop, get an offensive rebound, and then put it back up for 2. But the story so far, Travis, Lester already over half of his total here tonight. He's already got 6 points. He averages 7.7, so maybe he's going to step up tonight. This is what we were looking to in the pregame.
Knapp into the lane, off the glass. Won't go. Offensive rebound, and they're going to get a foul. Sam Whitney with the offensive board this time. Foul will go against Cade Carpenter, his first. Team's 5th. Wide open 3. Hit it.
A little bit of miscommunication right there from Fredericktown. Nobody was 10 feet from Ashton Johnson as he knocked down the triple.
And another turnover. We'll take a look at the Moreland 3. They just lost him.
It looks like they weren't set up for the play. Maybe they didn't hear the ref's whistle, but East Knox taking advantage and now up in their lead to 5.
Replays brought to you tonight by Park National Bank. Right side Lester, top of the key to Whitney. Working their way around, now Knapp with it. Fakes for a second, now he will pull up for 3, yes! He's starting to feel it.
And that's what you want if you're an East Knox Bulldogs fan, as Shane Knapp finally hits his first 3, and then they get the turnover on Fredericktown, as I believe Cade Carpenter is going to get a carry call. And now East Knox can up their advantage to double digits.
Timeout. Coach Dibling, as the last minute and a half of game time really gone downhill for Fredericktown, who held an 8-6 lead, but a 10-0 run by the Bulldogs has them back out to a comfortable 8-point lead.
They've hit back-to-back triples, one from Johnson, and then finally Knapp getting a shot to go. Now he's up to 5 points. Don't want to see him get going here, especially from downtown, because he can light the gym up.
Take a look once again at that Knepp three. Just jump stopped right into it, squared up, hits it. And it's an 8-point game. They have a chance to make this double figures.
Knepp doesn't shoot a lot of those threes, but when he does, 43%, that's a pretty healthy number from downtown, as he's been knocking down the tray ball so far this season.
5:30 left here in the half. Knepp over to Whitney. Now to Lester, back out to Moreland. Bulldogs, they like to slow things down as well. Run clock, try to get that open look. Skip pass to Whitney. Back up to Knepp, and they will reset once again. And this is something they do like to do, G, is just lull you to sleep, get the open passes, and then right the last second, snap. And there it is right there.
And that they did, Travis. What a shot right there from Shea Knepp, as now he's heating up. Back-to-back threes for him, now up to 8 points as East Knox is starting to pull away.
11-point lead for the Bulldogs. Fredericktown desperately in need of a bucket here, as the Bulldogs really picked up the defense as well. Carpenter in the lane. Tough shot goes. They needed that.
Nice move right there from Carpenter. A little bit of jelly on the finish right there off the iron. Got it to go for 2 and cut it back down the 9.
His first points of the night, 19-10. Coming up on 4:20 left in the second quarter. Extra pass to Whitney. He'll put a tough shot up. No good. Rebound to Fredericktown. But it's stolen right back. Back out to Lester for 3. Too strong, though. And somehow it's saved. And it turns into points by Moreland. What a sequence there by the Bulldogs. Just out hustling
Nothing but
Fredericktown.
hustle and grit right there, especially from Dylan Moreland, got it to go, and Carpenter forces a tough shot. Can't get it to go, but they will retain Fredericktown ball as they're upset about the call.
Watch the hustle here by Sam Whitney. Just somehow saves it. And then Moreland gets the pull-up jumper for 2. Everything seems to be going East Knox's way here in the last 3 minutes.
We wanted a few of these guys to step out and step up, Travis, as Fredericktown can't get it to go. But Moreland and Lester are so far on the show for the first half.
And that's good. It's like you said earlier, they need to share the wealth. They need to get somebody else scoring. And that person is Moreland now. He's already to his average of 5 points with only 3:44 left here in the second quarter. And that foul's going to go against Brady Lester, so he's going to have to take a seat once again. The leading scorer tonight for Fredericktown has to sit on the bench probably for the rest of the half. Whitney works it around to Moreland. Now to Lester. Inside to Moreland. Great two-man game to open up Whitney for 3 off the back iron, then off the cord above the rim. So that will be out of bounds, and it will go back to Fredericktown. They trail by 9.
See where the Freddies go with Lester on the bench, the leading scorer here. Cade Carpenter has been struggling, and that's been a credit to the East Knox defense.
Rule, left side to Mast. Looking for a backdoor cut. He finally does get Rule, and Rule will go to the line for 2. Let's take a look at the replay. Worked his way around Ethan Ryan, picks up his second foul.
Rule's had a couple looks at the rim, just hasn't been able to convert them here tonight. Only sitting at 2 points, but see if he can add to his total with some easy freebies.
First one up. So he is 3 for 3 from the line thus far, back to a 10-point game. Second free throw, true. 21-12, 3 minutes exactly left, running second quarter clock. Stay tuned for the Knox Community Hospital halftime. We'll have stats, analysis, and much more in about 2:45 or maybe 6-7 minutes of play of actual time.
crucial stretch right here for Fredericktown. They got to be able to close out on that guy right there, and he's going to make you pay. Tremendous play right there and set up on the elevator play to Shane Knapp, and he made it nothing but net.
Just like that, he has 11 points. And it's a 12-point lead, the largest of the night for the Bulldogs here. Carpenter up and under, forces one, but he traveled beforehand. 7th turnover from Fredericktown. As we take a look once again, you can't leave 3-4 feet out there for Shane Knapp. He will make you pay just like that.
Not with the score of his ability, as he's going to take it right to the cup again and almost got the and one to go, but we'll head to the charity stripe, and now the frustration is building for Cade Carpenter.
That'll be Carpenter's second. And East Knox did exactly what they needed to do there. They had a 3-on-1. And gave it to the man that needed to go, Shane Knapp. If you take a look one more time, just takes it to the hole, draws the foul.
Started off slow here tonight. Knapp did. I believe he's sitting at only 2 points after the first quarter, and now has exploded 4-11, and that's been the 3 threes here coming in the second quarter. So Knapp is heating up from downtown.
With a score like that, all you need is one bucket to go through for him to get going, and that's exactly what happened with that first three-pointer that he hit, making this 25-12. Momentary stoppage by the refs, but we're back. Knapp gets both. So the 84% free throw shooter, perfect from the line so far, makes this a 14-point lead. 2 minutes left in the half. Fredericktown desperately in need of a run to get back into this. Mast kicks it left side. 3 in the air, it's short. Offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound. What an effort there by Tegan Rule.
Grown man rebound right there from Rule, just snatching it out of the air. Had a couple looks, couldn't get it to go, but this is a crucial minute and 35 left here for Fredericktown. They got to get some stops and cut into this lead.
Down 12. You'd like to see them cut this to single digits. That was Rule's first field goal of the game, and he earned it the hard way. Take a look at it. Got the rebound. 2 guys around him. Possibly had a chance of getting a third rebound there. He was set up, but cuts the deficit to 12. 1:23 left here in the second on the Frito-Lay scoreboard. Knapp fakes the 3, gets the screen, then he will smartly back it out and reset.
East Knox not going to force anything. Sure, they'll look to try to run this as much as they can, Travis, and get the perfect look before they put something up.
We've seen a mix of styles by East Knox tonight. They sped you up some, and then when you need to, like right now, they'll slow things down as well. So they can't allow the defense to just stick with one pace. They kind of throw you off guard. As Cade Carpenter called for his 3rd foul. That's a tough one for Fredericktown and company. He'll have to sit the last minute, and that has East Knox in the bonus. Eli Carter will go to the line for 1-1.
So foul trouble becoming a factor here late in the first half. East Knox is going to miss the first attempt. I think we're going to get a
lane violation on Carter. He immediately knew that it was a miss and jumped too early before the ball hit the rim. So a break there for Fredericktown. Chance to cut this to 10, maybe 9, coming up on the second quarter break. Mass, nice backdoor cut inside the Spearman. Kicks it out for 3. Huge tray there. Luke Bean cuts it to 9.
Big time shot right there from Bean, cutting it in to single digits, and now they got some momentum on their side. See if they can get a steal and even knife into this lead a little bit more.
See East Knox probably going to hold for the last shot, so a win for Fredericktown would be a stop here on this final possession. But they're going to have to stop this man who's heated up here in the second quarter with 11 points, Shane Knapp. Knapp cuts through. They kick it back out to Whitney. Right side to Moreland. 12 seconds. Now to Knapp. Fakes the 3. Pulls it back out. Gets it inside. Whitney, layup shot, doesn't get it. Ball bounces around. Fredericktown has it out. Rule loses the handle, but that'll do it for the first half. Your score after 16 minutes, East Knox 26. Fredericktown, though, coming back with 17. We'll take a break and be back here with the Knox Community Hospital halftime right after this. You're watching Boys High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
Lender, craftsman, dog dead. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
You want top joint replacement surgery. Knox Community Hospital delivers with 3 fellowship-trained surgeons. Joint classes to fully prepare you for surgery. Clinical advancements like robot-assisted knee replacement. Pain protocols that have most patients home the next day. And coveted national rankings for 4 years running. All to help you beat the pain and heal faster. At Knox Community Hospital, we're elevating care.
And where? What do you say? The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
Halftime here at the Dog Pound with your score after 16 minutes. 26-17 in favor of the East Knox Bulldogs. Welcome inside the Knox Community Hospital halftime show. Travis Berardi, Garrett Parlett, and you know this was pretty even in the first quarter, 8-6 in favor of Fredericktown, but then a 10-0 run by the Bulldogs gave them some cushion. They lead by 9.
A lot of that came from Shane Knapp. He knocked down 3 straight three-pointers. He was hitting the deep shot late in that second quarter to really catapult East Knox into this big 9-point advantage. But Fredericktown, we're down 12, hit that three-pointer to cut it into single digits, and Tegan Rule has been getting his shot, and now he's finally getting to the free throw line and knocking down the freebies.
So we take a look at the halftime stats brought to you by Knox Community Hospital. 10 field goals to 5 in favor of the Bulldogs, 4 threes to 1, but Fredericktown able to even out just a little bit from the free throw line. That's what you like to see on both sides. Nobody has missed a free throw tonight, and that's what you want to see. Bulldogs, once again, forcing turnovers. They forced 7 in the first half, only turned it over twice. Fredericktown in some foul trouble as well. Lester and Carpenter both with 3 fouls. They ended up with 8. And actually, that's wrong. It's 2 of 3 from the line. I forgot that Eli Carter missed the front end of a 1-and-1. So my fault. You hate to see it, but it's actually 2 of 3 for the Bulldogs.
All that talk, Travis, about all the free throws, and
man, they're free. But I mean, 8 of 9 from the line combined. It's pretty good still. But the talk of the first half has to be Shane Knapp after that first quarter, scoring 11 points, 3 threes, a couple of free throws as well, and he's pretty much the difference in this game, G.
Yeah, he's exploded onto the scene, and it was in the second quarter. East Knox was down 8-6. After one, Fredericktown came in and got the lead. It was a defensive game, but then East Knox finally got their shot. They got it to their guy who averages 22 points a game. He's got 13 now up on the board. So Fredericktown, they began to creep back into things late. Luke Bean hit a big-time three-point shot that cut it to 9. So I guess we'll see what kind of defense Fredericktown implements on Shane Knapp in the second half. That's going to be the factor if they walk out here with a big win.
Bean hit only 1 3 so far this season. Hits a pretty big one here at the half. Let's go through some individual scoring. First for Fredericktown, Tegan Rule, Brady Lester both leading with 6 points. Luke Bean with 3, Cade Carpenter with 2. Carpenter and Lester both with 3 fouls each. As for East Knox, who would have known? Shane Knapp leading the way. All scores 13 points. However, Peyton Lester with 6, Dylan Moreland with 5, and then Ethan Ryan with 2, but a little bit more of that balance that you wanted to see, G.
Yeah, we didn't know who was going to be the second and third option for East Knox, and so far it's been Peyton Lester and Moreland. Both Peyton Lester averages 7.7 points a game and Moreland with 5. Moreland up to his average, still has a whole second half to improve that, and Peyton Lester is just 1 point behind. So East Knox spreading the wealth a little bit here tonight, a little bit better than they have done the beginning of the season. And, of course, it's going to be hard to stop a guy that scores 22 points a game, so just pick your poison if you're Fredericktown.
Yeah. Fredericktown did have those 7 turnovers, but they made up for it a little bit on the offensive glass. 6 offensive rebounds. Half of their 12 come from the offensive end, and Cade Carpenter was able to convert on a couple of those. But we're going to take another break and be back with the second half right here in the Knox Community Hospital halftime show.
Knox Community Hospital delivers with 3 fellowship-trained surgeons and coveted national rankings for 4 years running, all to help you beat the pain and heal faster. At Knox Community Hospital, we're elevating care.
Lender, craftsman, dog dad. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
Back here on the Knox Community Hospital halftime shows, you take a look at Tegan Rule. Warming back up here after the break. Your score, 26-17 in favor of the East Knox Bulldogs, looking to improve to 4-0 on the season and 4-0 in conference. And they're starting off the way the football team did, G. They're looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, undefeated as East Knox, and I want to talk about their defense for a minute. They're much improved from last year. They let up 44.3 points per game. I know it's early in the season, only a couple of games under their belt, but they've knocked that down to 28 28.3 points per game, a huge jump. So Fredericktown still under that 28-point mark. Going to have to get it to their leaders, and Cade Carpenter for Fredericktown is going to have to step up here for the Freddies, only with 2 points. I know he's in foul trouble, but as a leader of this bunch, he's got to get it going in the second half if they want to come here in the dog pound in a hostile environment and win.
Yeah, the Bulldogs with a 20-9 second quarter, giving them the 9-point advantage. But this has been the Knox Community Hospital halftime. So what would you like out of this second half, G, from Fredericktown?
Well, first off, they gotta quit fouling so much. They're a bunch of their players, especially the leaders on the team, are in foul trouble. Cade Carpenter with 3 himself, and of course Lester has 3 as well. So they got to get out of foul trouble. They got to quit fouling, and then they need their leaders to step up. That big 3 that we alluded to in the pregame: Travis, Carpenter, Lester, Rule. They got to begin to attack the basket and convert. They've had some opportunities at the rim. They just haven't been able to knock them down.
Fredericktown with possession. We start the second half. Bit of a run, like you said, to end the half. Was a 14-point game. They were able to get it down to 9. See if they can extend on that. Lester for 3 off the back iron, knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with the Freddies to start the second half. Mast will inbound. Gets it back to Lester. Mast will bring it back out. They will set up a play here. 30 seconds gone by in the second half. Carpenter. Now right side, back out to Rule. Rule. Euro step 2. Not enough juice on that one. It'll be taken out by the Bulldogs.
Another tremendous take to the rim from Rule, but once again cannot convert with the easy layup. See if East Knox can capitalize.
Whitney, left side for Moreland. East Knox with their first possession of the half. And it's a turnover. Only the third by East Knox. Carpenter pulls up for 3. Swish. That was a pretty shot, G.
No hesitation either. Immediately right into his jump shot. Your sag off, your swags off, Travis, and right there Carpenter knocks down the 3. Nothing but water.
Just like that, it's a 2-possession game. Fredericktown has battled back here with a ton of time left in this game as well. Knepp over to Lester. See if the Bulldogs can get that offense going once again like they did in the middle of the second quarter. Ryan works it right side to Lester. Looking inside to Knepp. Gets it to him. He'll pull it back out. Skip pass. Moreland for 3. In and out. Fredericktown with the rebound. Quickly ahead was Lester. Gets it over to Carpenter. Now to Rule. Carpenter spins. Gets it to Mass. Now back to Carpenter. I think they're trying to get Carpenter open, G.
I think so. I think it's what Coach Dieblin's looking to get is Carpenter after he knocked down that triple.
He's going to try another. That one a little too strong. Bulldogs with the rebound. Knepp across the timeline. Pulls it back out. And Bulldogs just slow it down. Back out to Moreland. This is what you'll typically see from East Knox. Throw it, get it to the left side, cut down the middle of the lane, replace.
East Knox likes their half-court set. They've been trying to get it to Shane Knepp, but now Fredericktown doubling in the corners as Knepp's going to pop a 3. They can't get it to go, and Fredericktown now in transition.
Rimmed out. Ahead goes Rule, layup shot, good. And the run continues for Fredericktown. He has 8. It's a 4-point game. This is starting to look like that JV game we watched earlier, G.
A game of runs, Travis, and now East Knox seeing if they can stop the bleeding. Lester can't get it to go, and now Fredericktown looking to keep going.
East Knox just a little bit off on these shots. Is that going to be a charge or a block? We'll see. They're going to call a charge. We'll take a look at it. Ooh. Woo! Okay. I want another look at that because that's the 4th on Carpenter.
I don't know.
I think that's better off being a no call.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, a huge blow to Fredericktown, as Carpenter's probably going to have to sit out the rest of this quarter.
As soon as Carpenter, too, was getting going, he knocked down that three-point shot. They were trying to feed him offensively, get his 4th foul call, and they could have got him right there, too, but they elected not to. Good no call, and now Tegan Rule will push the pace.
Left side, 3 in the air. He got another one.
Storming all the way back as now Coach Ryan Powell's got to get a timeout for East Knox. It's a 1-point game. Fredericktown storming back here in the second half.
Brady Lester with the tray. It's 26-25. An 8-0 run by the Freddies. To take a look again at the Park National Bank replay, just in transition. He was set up for it, hits the shot. And we got ourselves a game again. It looked like East Knox was going to take control of this one, but right before the half, Fredericktown answered, and 8-0 run to start the second half, but it's more like a 12-0 run, 14-0 run.
They've cut down on their turnovers here in the second half, and they've made their shots. They've had these shots. They just haven't been converting, and now in the second half, Lester knocks down a triple, big-time shot, makes it a 1-point game, and now anything can happen. You just got to – the offense is going to change a little bit for Fredericktown. They're not going to lean on Cade Carpenter as much as he's going to have to take a seat with those 4 fouls, which is why I think that call should have been a no call. That's a big call here, but nonetheless, that's why the stripes are on the floor and I'm up here in the booth.
Yeah, I think if this was later in the game, that wouldn't be called that way. But because it's so early in the quarter, they still call it. I think that's my belief, though. Nonetheless, you know, this is a time for Shane Knepp to take over for East Knox. Gets it over to Whitney. Now to Moreland. Trapped, gets it back to Whitney. He drives in, kicks it over to Steinmetz for 3. Swish! Steinmetz, nothing but net, his first points.
Tremendous shot right there from Steinmetz. Answering, that's exactly what East Knox needed, was something to stop the bleeding, but now Fredericktown.
And I believe we're going to get a foul against the Bulldogs. Referee's talking it over.
I think Ben Mast might have got poked in the eye. He's going to head to the bench and take a seat for the Freddies.
Let's take a look again at that Steinmetz 3. Just drive and kick, drive and kick. Get the open look. He hits it on the Park National Bank replay as we're finally able to resume play. Counted at the bucket.
Tremendous play design right there from Coach Dieblin. As here's the replay right here. Takes the contact, plays it off the top of the window, banks it in for 2, and now headed to the charity stripe for the good old-fashioned three-point play.
29-27 now. Five of 5 now from the line. As Ethan Ryan will have to sit down now with 3 fouls. Actually, that was on Whitney.
Fredericktown just looking to hang on through this third quarter before they get Carpenter back, but so far, Rule and Lester have been leading the way for the Freddies on offense. Lester with 9 and then Rule, with 11.
Steinmetz just hit the 3, gives it away, corner 3, too strong, rebound to Fredericktown. Quickly ahead. 3 in the air off the side of the iron. It was on target, but then just at the last second, curved a little bit, bounces away, and East Knox gets the rebound.
Shane Knepp quiet here in the second half. Let's see if East Knox sets something up for him to get going before money time starts.
Whitney looking, Gets it right side to Lester. He'll pull it back out. Oh, almost a steal, but he brought the throw back at the last second. Whitney now into the lane, forced baseline, and he's turned over. Don't want to be in that position when you're on the baseline.
Awesome defense from Fredericktown right there, swarming the ball, trapping, and denying any kind of pass, and they get the turnover and the steal.
29-28, coming up on 2 minutes left in the third. A quick game thus far, too. And that's a charge. They waited long enough for it, but I think that was the right call. Steinmetz in position. He did turn his head, but I think that's just because he didn't want to take the blow. It was enough, though, to warrant the call. We'll take a look at one more time. He did turn.
I think that one was more of a charge than the last one. So I
agree.
I think that's a good call.
I agree with you. He did have position. So the Bulldogs looking to extend on its 1-point lead here. Under 2 to play in the third quarter. Knepp with it. Kicks it to Steinmetz. Back out the Knepp. Working it around once again. Out to Whitney. Almost loses the handle, but gets it back. And once again, the Bulldogs slowing things down. 29-28. This was as large as a 14-point lead for the Bulldogs. Backdoor cut to Whitney. Blocked away. Nice defense from Fredericktown. Once again, they have a chance to take the lead. This will be their first lead since 8-6 in the first quarter.
Curious to see if Fredericktown holds for the last shot of the quarter here to take the lead. Heading into the fourth, or they're just going to look for the open shot and see what they can get.
Spearman works around to Lester. 35 seconds left. Back to Rule. Looking like Fredericktown will take the final shot here. East Knox will get possession out of the quarter break unless we have a jump ball here in the last 15 seconds. Over to Lester, and now Fredericktown will take a timeout here. Set up their final play of the quarter.
Big play here.
Yeah, I think this is. That's why I like the timeout here, because this is a lot of momentum if Fredericktown can get a bucket.
Exactly as you mentioned, Travis. Not only would they obviously take the lead, but taking in some momentum into the fourth quarter of a back-and-forth game where there's been runs really in each quarter. Both teams have flopped. So we'll see if Fredericktown can get the lead here. And what a comeback for them here in the third quarter.
East Knox with only 3 points in the quarter. That Carson Steinmetz 3. So Fredericktown really has picked up the defense, and they've really handled Shane Knepp after the big second quarter he had.
I believe Knepp is scoreless here in the third quarter. They've been suffocating defensively and forcing a couple East Knox turnovers.
Rule with it. 10 seconds. He'll start the drive. Nice pick and roll. Layup shot. That's a block. And Spearman will go to the line. We take a look at the play once again. It's the typical pick and roll. And that'll be the third against Ethan Ryan. So 2 big free throws coming up for Fredericktown. However, looking like East Knox will have a chance maybe to take the lead, or if he makes both free throws, to tie before the end of the break.
They should get a shot here. Spearman, regardless if he makes or misses, they should get something.
Misses the first. That's the first miss by any Freddie tonight. This to make it a 2-point game. Short on it, rebound East Knox. They'll have a chance here. Knepp across the timeline. Right side, Steinmetz at the buzzer. I don't think he got it off. He did not get it off, and that is how we will end the third quarter. Your score after 3, East Knox 29, Fredericktown 28. You're watching Boys High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
Knox Community Hospital delivers with 3 fellowship-trained surgeons and coveted national rankings for 4 years running, all to help you beat the pain and heal faster. At Knox Community Hospital, we're elevating care.
Lender, craftsman, dog dead. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
What time is it, G?
It's money time. Words of the CEO of the OH Report. Classic phrase that I'm going to steal, Travis, for the rest of the year.
Oh, yeah. Just, you got to say, as in the words of our president and CEO, Brian Skoronsky, it's money time. And the Bulldogs, what a move by Shane Knepp. That is a money shot from him. 15 points. It's a 3-point game as we start the fourth quarter.
They immediately went to Knepp here in the fourth quarter. Step-through move through a couple defenders as Teague almost got it to go. One of the foul call, not going to get it. Clean block.
What a move to get in there, but just couldn't finish. 11-3 quarter for Fredericktown has them back in this. East Knox finally getting on the board with Knepp in the second half. He'll pull things back out, looking for the screen. Had the backdoor for a second, goes for the kick pass. Almost loses the handle. Kind of a sloppy possession, and they'll slow it down and reset once again. Knepp with the crossover. Left side, Moreland drives baseline, kicks it back out front. Knepp fakes the 3. He'll go into the lane, gets a double. Triple team, still puts it up, gets his own rebound and a putback.
He knew that was a nice play as soon as he did it. If you've seen the look on his face, he was oohing and ahhing. What a tremendous move.
Watch the Park National Bank replay. Through 3 defenders, kind of just passes it to himself off the backboard and then puts it in for his 17th point. Whoo, boy. And look at him grinning right there. He knows what he just did.
Yeah, that was definitely on purpose. He just threw it straight off the glass so he could go up and get the rebound. Add it to the stats. Gets a rebound, too. And the 2 for his troubles.
4 offensive rebounds thus far for East Knox in the game, but man, Shane Knepp, he's a special player this year.
He's going to lead this East Knox team wherever they want to go if he plays like this, Travis, averaging 22 points a game. They've been able to find a couple options here, but so far in the fourth quarter, in the second half, those other guys have struggled. And that's a big reason why Fredericktown's only down 5 points.
33-28 now, Bulldogs lead. They had it as far as 14 points. Fredericktown had it back down to 1. But a couple buckets by Shane Knepp has it back up to 5. Spearman back out to Carpenter, playing with 4 fouls. Now the Lester into the lane. No good. East Knox with the rebound. Knepp. Once again, oh my goodness, what a crossover. Gets to Lester, blocked, and it'll stay, but I think the special bar is full for Shane Knepp, and he's starting to show off the moves.
He does it on both ends of the floor, too. Got the block here, defensively went down and showed off the ball handling skills, as now he's got the ball back in his hands offensively.
Knepp was looking for a screen. Now he'll cross over 2 defenders, kicks it right side. Steinmetz back to Knepp. Works baseline, gets it to the hole, falls, won't go. And we're going to get a foul, I believe, against Sam Whitney on the rebound. That's what it's going to be. His second Only the team's third of the game, of the half, I mean. 5-point lead for East Knox, under 6 to play. Lester works his man down, but too strong again. Inside of 5 feet hasn't been friendly for Fredericktown tonight.
They struggle with easy looks at the rim, a little too hard off the window, and now the opposing student section getting into it. Travis with a defensive chant, and Tegan Rule almost had the steal there.
That would have been a big turnover. Instead, Shane Knapp. All 6 points of the fourth quarter. He has 19.
He might have took that through every defender on the floor for Fredericktown until he got to the cup with the easy left-hand layup. As now he's asserting his dominance here in the fourth quarter.
Carpenter, deep three off the back iron, offensive rebound. But Knapp just had the ball long enough to force the jump ball. It'll stay with Fredericktown.
Surprised they didn't let that one go, Travis. That was a split second, but let's take a look at this move. Nice little in and out move right there from Shane Knapp, using the defender on his back to his advantages. Fredericktown goes up top to Cade Carpenter, misses the bunny the first time, gets his offensive rebound and puts it up for 2. Now he's up to 7 points.
Back to a 5-point game, coming up on 4:40 left in regulation. Shane Knapp over to Steinmetz. East Knox has played close games here. It was a close one. Northmore actually had a lead late in the fourth quarter before East Knox ran away with the victory, 45-37. Nice pass into Whitney. He's double teamed, gets it back out to Moreland. Now to Knapp, over to Lester. Steinmetz. Bulldogs gonna run some more time off this clock. Didn't like what they saw inside, just worked it around the perimeter, got it back to Knapp. Midway point of the fourth. Knapp backs it out again. They've run a good minute off the clock here in this possession.
No need to force anything up and force Fredericktown to come up and guard you and see if you can expose that defense, get an open look, and here they will to Steinmetz in the corner, but he can't convert
just
as
too
Fredericktown
strong.
gets the ball.
Yeah. Fredericktown held strong there on defense. They get the ball back, and now we'll get a full timeout by Fredericktown. And another one of those big possessions. You're down 5. You know East Knox is going to hold the ball, so if you can get it to one possession, you can do a little bit more with your defense.
Smart timeout call from the coaching staff of Fredericktown, especially after that long defensive possession on the other side. East Knox wasted at least a minute and a half on that previous possession. Lets them catch their breath, get some water in them before they set up this big offensive possession, as you mentioned, Travis.
Give a shout out to Barb Field. Go East Knox. Let us know where you're watching from tonight. Give us some shout outs. Not that many tonight. I'm kind of surprised down here at Howard. Have over 100 people watching too on both sides. So give us a shout out. I know there's going to be a couple more timeouts called probably in the last 3 minutes, especially in a close game. So we'll get your comments read here as we move on here in this fourth quarter. Shane Knapp in the even quarters has done pretty well. The second quarter he scored 11. Here in the fourth he scored 6. But in the odd quarters, only 2 points total.
And in the fourth quarter, as we have alluded to a couple times here, Travis, it's money time. And so far, Shane Knapp has been money in the fourth quarter with his 6 points, and they've come all at crucial spots when they need him to get a basket. He's done so. Fredericktown has got to get an answer here.
Easily my early candidate for KMAC Player of the Year. Carpenter nearly lost it. Right side to Spearman. Tried to work it in. And that'll be a turnover. They did lose possession. The 10th turnover by Fredericktown tonight.
And who forced that play? None other than, of course, Shane Knapp fronting the defender right there, getting the tip, and then Fredericktown dove for it, ended up out of bounds. So another turnover for the Freddies, who with only 3 minutes remaining time beginning to become a factor.
Moreland for 3. Big bucket for the Bulldogs. Back to a 9-point game.
Moreland, 25% three-point shooter. He's hit a couple here tonight. Big time for East Knox as they get another stop defensively, and Moreland gets the rebound. It's going to be a reach-in call on Cody Spearman and the Freddies.
(37-30) your score. As the Bulldogs trying to hold off a late Freddy's rush. We got a foul call. I believe that's going to be called against East Knox, so Fredericktown will get the ball back. An illegal screen called.
Got to get a bucket here. Desperately down 7 points with 2:30 remaining. Got to get something going.
And a charge. Take a look at the replay. They're going to get Rule with it. Not happy with the call. So East Knox will get the ball right back.
We've seen a couple of those charge calls, all coming on pivotal possessions too, and all have went in favor of East Knox getting the offensive fouls. And you got to be conscious when driving in. The defender can just step right in there, set his feet, you lay right into him. It'll be an offensive foul 9 times out of 10.
That'll be Rule's third foul. Him and Lester with 4. Will hit with 3 fouls. Cade Carpenter with 4. As we come out of the timeout here, Fredericktown once again will go with their full court pressure. 2:32 remaining on the Frito-Lay scoreboard. 7-point lead for East Knox. Moreland, that was a 2, not a 3. His feet were on the line last time, so for later reference. And Steinmetz was open downfield. East Knox has to get it over the timeline. And Coach Powell knew that and called a timeout on, I believe, like the 8-second count beyond the mark.
That's exactly why they got coaches out there. Travis right there, tremendous heads-up call right there from Coach Powell. Because this right here could decide the game. If East Knox can get a bucket, it could be the dagger. Because Fredericktown has struggled against this very tough East Knox defense, only allowing 28 points a game, and Fredericktown right there with 30.
Mandy Todd checking in on the Facebook. Let's go Bulldogs. Hello, Mandy. Hope you're having a great night. We have another game also on our Facebook and YouTube going on at the moment. Mansfield Senior, the Lady Tigers, holding on to a 35-30 lead over Sandusky, the Lady Streaks. You can watch that right here on our Facebook stream or our YouTube. I believe that is our main YouTube channel tonight. Nonetheless, there's that open pass to Steinmetz. You pointed that out to me earlier in the last possession before the timeout. He was wide open. This time they saw him.
What a flashy play right there from Mr. Shane Knapp. Bounce pass too. It's nice move right there with the Euro step. Was Brady Lester. Now back down to 7.
He has 11 points. That was a big, quick bucket. And they're going to call the block before. We'll take a look at this. I'm just going to stay silent on that. That'll be Carpenter's 5th foul. He will finish with 7 points tonight for the Freddies. Maybe that little side thrust with his hip is what they called, but let's take another look at it.
I think he backed off too. Fredericktown was wanting an out-of-bounds call, but see if they can get a stop here as East Knox is struggling to get it up the court, and surprised that one wasn't called a blocking foul.
That was more of a blocking foul than the last one. Nonetheless, Bulldogs will retain possession. Fredericktown still with a foul to give. Moreland left side to Lester. Back out to Moreland. Now to Lester again. They're just going to play keep away right now. Force Fredericktown the foul. And finally they do foul Dylan Moreland. That'll be the 6th. So next foul will put East Knox into the 1-1, but is there anybody out there that Fredericktown should foul?
If you're going to foul and send somebody to the charity stripe, I think it's going to be Moreland, only shooting 33%. Now, he's only had 9 attempts. He's made 3 of them, but he has struggled this season, only sitting at 33% as they do get it in his hands. But a tremendous pass from Moreland down to Steinmetz as Steinmetz will head to the free throw line.
Take a look at that passing one more time on the Park National Bank replay. Started by Knepp. Just great passing to set up the 2 free throws. That foul's going to go against Mast, his 2nd. So Steinmetz will shoot 2.
He is also, Travis, a 33% free throw shooter as he knocks down his first one.
8-point lead now for the Bulldogs with 1:18 left. Still a 3-possession game, so Fredericktown can get down quick and hit a 3. There's still a bit of a chance. And a little bit more even after that missed free throw. Quickly into the lane. Forces one up. Offensive rebound. Didn't use the glass. Knocked out of bounds, but it will stay with Fredericktown. A big opportunity to cut this to 6. And it wouldn't fall.
Had an easy look at the rim, did Fredericktown. Just wasn't able to convert. And now an 8-point advantage. I'm sure Fredericktown is going to dial up their full court press, try to get a steal. Time is now not in their favor.
If you look, he just had the wide open look. That was Thompson. Just needed to put it off the glass, mishandled it. But Fredericktown will get a look. A 3 makes this a 5-point game. A 2 makes it a 2-possession game at 6. East Knox in the bonus, 1-1. Only 4 fouls as well. So they could literally take some more time off, as you see the student section giving us some love. It's great having student sections back, isn't it, G?
Yeah, it definitely is. 2020 with the whole COVID situation was a little odd, to say the least. Gyms were very quiet, and now student sections for opposing teams, Travis, in this KMAC rivalry game, both in attendance and both riled up and both cheering on their boys' hoop squads.
Yeah, great atmosphere tonight here in the Dog Pound. Fredericktown with the inbound, needing a bucket here. Get it in the bean. And then throws it away.
Too many butterfingers at the snack bar before the game. Just a little high with those outstretched hands, and another turnover for Fredericktown as another miscue. There's just 1 minute remaining on the 4th quarter clock.
A bucket here will pretty much ice it for the Bulldogs. Gets it in the guy they needed to, Knepp. Double team, picks up his dribble. Almost stolen away. Somehow Steinmetz comes out with it and gives it to Moreland. Back out to Steinmetz. And then he's going to be fouled and will go to the line once again for a 1-1. Almost. Fredericktown almost came out with the steal.
It was a smart play from Moreland. He had Lester cutting down low, but it would have been stolen from a Fredericktown defender. He held up, passed it back out, and reset the offense to run off some more change off that clock. As now these 2 free throws, Travis, pretty much would be the dagger if Steinmetz can knock him down.
First free throw is good. 7 points for him. Should take a look. They had the steal, but Steinmetz coming out of nowhere. Again, he misses the 2nd. Rebound to Fredericktown. Oh, and a walk. Tegan Rule wanted to throw it, but his guy ran away from him. Down 9, you can't have that.
Yeah, a little bit of a mental lapse. A big miscue right here for Fredericktown is now down 9 points. If East Knox can knock down these freebies, they should pick up another win and move to 4-0.
Moreland, he is fouled and will go to the line. So once again, Shane Knepp showing off tonight, 19 points. And the Bulldogs 38 seconds away from 4-0. Fredericktown will substitute. Final 1-and-1 shot by East Knox here in the fourth. They'll have 2 shots next foul. Eight points for Moreland, 10-point game. Stick around for the Knox Community Hospital postgame. We'll have our Frito-Lay MVP. Hayden Gray will interview them. Most likely going to be Shane Knepp once again. We'll have stats, analysis, and much more coming up here in about 30 seconds. 3 ball, off the mark. East Knox with the rebound. And Peyton Lester will now go to the line for 2 shots.
Lester quiet in the second half, started off hot. I believe all 6 of his points came in the first quarter, as now the bench is going to sub in with 25 seconds remaining for the Bulldogs, as they're going to move to 4-0 on the season.
It's going to be Ben Mass third. First free throw no good by Lester. Bench is clear. JV gets a little chance at some varsity action. Second is missed. And I like that by Peyton Lester. Commits the foul so his teammate can come in and get a little playing time. That is selfless. Very selfless. I like that. Gives Luke Hornsby, or Mitchell Williams, he gives Mitchell Williams a chance now to play. 3 in the corner. No good, knocked out of bounds. It'll go to East Knox with 14.5 left. And Coach Dibbling calling off the Dogs. But these Dogs are going to move to 4-0, G.
And they did it again, Travis. Defensively, holding their opponent under 40 points. Only 32, and East Knox getting upward of that 43-point mark. And the big driving factor was Shane Knepp with his 19, as the Dogs defend the dog pound and pick up a big win.
And that'll do it. Your final from the dog pound. East Knox wins it 43-32. Stick around for the Knox Community Hospital post-game. We'll have our Frito-Lay MVP, and you all know who that is, Shane Knepp. Hayden Gray will meet with him here after the break. You're watching Boys High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
lender, craftsman, dog dad. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
You want top joint replacement surgery. Knox Community Hospital delivers with 3 fellowship-trained surgeons. Joint classes to fully prepare you for surgery. Clinical advancements like robot-assisted knee replacement. Pain protocols that have most patients home the next day. And coveted national rankings for 4 years running. All to help you beat the pain and heal faster. At Knox Community Hospital, we're elevating care.
The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
Your final here from the Dog Pound. East Knox takes it 43-32. As we take a look at the final stats real quick before our MVP interview, but 16 field goals, to 11 by the Bulldogs, 5 threes to 3. Fredericktown out-rebounded East Knox, but it was the turnovers that made up for that, G.
Yeah, 13 Fredericktown turnovers, not going to get it done here, especially on the road in a hostile environment. And at a defense like this, the East Knox that only allows 28 points a game, it's going to be hard to beat a team turning the ball over 13 times. And then, of course, the story tonight, Shane Netband, 19 points, carrying offensively as he has been doing the opening the season. Now 4-0 the Bulldogs, getting it done on both sides of the basketball.
Yeah, 24 to 18 rebounds, fouls. Fredericktown, they had to foul late. East Knox is able to make some free throws. And speaking of free throws, Fredericktown 7 of 9, East Knox 6 of 11. Some scoring real quick. Rule finished with 11, Lester with 11, Carpenter with 7 for Fredericktown, the leading scorers. Knepp, 19 points, 9 points from Moreland, so got more out of him than usual. 6 points from Lester, 7 points from Carson Steinmetz, so a big help from them as well. But we are going to take one quick break and be back with our Frito-Lay MVP, and you know who it is. Everybody knows who it is after the performance tonight. Shane Knepp. Will have him right after this.
Knox Community Hospital delivers with 3 fellowship-trained surgeons and coveted national rankings for 4 years running, all to help you beat the pain and heal faster. At Knox Community Hospital, we're elevating care.
Lender, craftsman, dog dead. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
All right, I am back here with our Frito-Lay MVP of the game, Shane Knepp. Shane, here we are again, 19 points for you this evening on the win, but let's start off with defensively. A bit of a rough first and third quarter that we just talked about. What kind of things did, in between the first and second quarter, and then in between that third and fourth quarter, did you talk about anything with Coach? What kind of changes did you make personally to get that offense back and flowing?
I think we just all kind of knew we had to step it up, and usually we like to pride ourselves on being a defensive team. And that's, I think it was 32 points. That's what we want. It's our range.
And then also, when you're talking about defense, you had a sizable lead for a little bit. I think it got up to as high as about 12 or 14 points. When they started coming back and cut it to 1 point during timeout, what did Coach Powell talk to you guys about? What did you change up game style-wise, as we were kind of just referencing to make sure that they didn't get over that hump and take the lead back?
He didn't say much. He had to just he wanted to calm us down. He said, just take a breath. You guys can come back from this, and we know they're streaky, so we were kind of expecting that. Something we talked about, and so we just had to take a moment and take it all in.
And I actually had a chance to talk with Coach, and we talked a little bit about you before the game started, and we talked about the leader that you are for this team, and just what it means to have a guy like you on the team. He said that you get to a lot of things actually before he has to. But what do you feel is your role as a leader on this team, and how have you kind of grown into that, whether it was by choice or just kind of naturally happened? What does it mean to be a leader on this team?
I think it's just a lot of helping Coach out. I feel like I know him pretty well, so usually I can step in and talk to him, just like player to player instead of coach to player, and that's something he expects from me now. And I think it helps just leading the team.
Yeah. And okay, we're used to it. If you have any new shout-outs you want to give, I'll give you a chance to do it.
I just want to shout out the student section. It was great.
Yeah, they were great tonight. All right, again, that's our Frito-Lay MVP of the game, Shane Knepp. Shane, thanks. Congrats, man. And now we're going to throw things down over to Travis. He's going to wrap things up for us. Thank you again for tuning in this evening.
So that'll about wrap things up here from the Dog Pen. The Dog Pound. I said Dog Pen, G. Jeez, they're never going to let me down on that one. The Dog Pound, where the Bulldogs pull off the 43-32 victory. Fredericktown had an 8-6 lead after one. East Knox bounces back with a huge second quarter, 11 points from Knepp, 20-9. They take a 26-17 lead into the break, but then third quarter, an 11-3 third quarter by Fredericktown, back to a 1-point game, but then once again, Shane Knepp takes over, scores the first 6 points of the fourth quarter, and they make their free throws down the stretch, 14-4 in the fourth for the 43-32 victory. Any final thoughts on this one, G?
Well, they say football is a game of inches, but basketball is a game of runs, and tonight East Knox was able to weather the storm enough when Fredericktown would put their foot on the gas in that fourth quarter and in the third quarter late. They cut it all the way down to 1 point, but it didn't matter. The Bulldogs showed some resiliency, and Shane Knepp showed out with his 19 points as East Knox got it done. And a KMAC win, 43-32 here at home.
So with the win, East Knox moves to 4-0, and I had it wrong earlier. Fredericktown actually now 1-4. They didn't have 2 wins. That was a scrimmage that they had on Max Prep. So my fault, everybody. They're 1-4 now, but still, it's early. They're a younger squad. We'll see if they can bounce back. Their next game Friday at Cardington. East Knox will be at Elgin for non-conference action on Thursday. Our next OH.REPORT live games will come on Thursday. We'll have Lexington at Mansfield Senior girls basketball and Worcester at Ashland girls for you live and free on our Facebook and YouTubes. Thursday, probably about 7:15, 7:20. But that will wrap things up here from Worcester High School. I want to thank everybody that helped make things possible. Hayden Gray, camera operator, as well as our interview extraordinaire, everybody at BS Media Productions, OH.REPORT, Brian Skoronsky, Jory Hollenbeck, Adam Thompson. I want to thank Frito-Lay, our MVP and commercial sponsor, Park National Bank, another commercial sponsor and replay sponsor, Knox Community Hospital, commercial sponsor, pre-post game, halftime sponsors. East Knox High School for allowing us to bring this to you tonight here from their arena. And most importantly, we want to thank you, the fans, for watching. For Garrett Parlett, my name is Travis Berardi with your final score one more time, 43-32. Bulldogs remain unbeaten and atop the KMAC. But for now, so long from Howard.